Okay, so this video is for the celebrity collage. What you are going to first start off with is your picture, a laminate sheet. You need just like a piece of masking tape like this size and a skinny Sharpie. So, line up, ignore this, I didn't want to waste another transparency sheet and that's from something else, so just ignore that. Line up your celebrity photo with your laminate sheet. And then put your tape at the top. It should fold over both sides, so then you can kind of open and close it. So I'm going to kind of walk us through step by step how to draw each portion of the celebrity's face. So of course, pause the video whenever you need to, and then you draw after you watch me draw it. So this is kind of going to go at your own pace. So I'll start on the eyes. And you want to take your marker and go over the eyelid, the very top eyelid, making sure you follow the line of their eyes. You'll notice that your celebrities are not symmetrical. Faces are not symmetrical, but this is really going to expose how unsymmetrical our faces are. And then outline your iris. And even if you can't see a pupil, still draw one in. They look freaky if you don't color in a pupil. If you have eyelashes, now is the time that I would start drawing eyelashes. A tip for that, if that's the top of my eyelid, your eyelashes start by going out. And then once they get to like wherever your iris is, they start to turn. I hope you saw that, I don't know. They kind of start to turn, and they're usually heavier on the outside corner. So like this is the nose. They're heavier on the outside corner by the ear than they are on the inside. Okay? For the bottom, I usually just kind of stop my outline right by the iris. If you go forward with it, like if you connect it, it starts to look like they're wearing eyeliner. And unless your person is wearing like a really heavy eyeliner, I would not draw it. So unless you're like doing Kylie Jenner or something who has like a winged eyeliner, I wouldn't draw it. But if you definitely have somebody that has heavy makeup on, go for it. Also boys, I wouldn't draw eyelashes, even though we know boys have eyelashes. It starts to look really feminine. So unless you have a feminine man that you are drawing, like James Charles, who wears like false eyelashes, I would skip the eyelashes for the boys. If you can see in your image, if you can see their eyelids, draw a line. People with hooded eyes, you probably won't see. And I think I'm going to call that good on the Rock's eyeballs here. If you notice that you're missing anything, of course, add it in. While we're up here, I'll do the eyebrows. So instead of like color blocking and like outlining the eyebrows, what you're actually going to do is you are going to draw the individual hairs on their eyebrows. And if they are heavier, obviously you'll have more strokes. If they are a sparse eyebrow, you'll have less. Moving on to the nose. You're going to want to pick whatever side of the nose that has like a heavier shadow. So like you can't really see The Rock's bridge of his nose on this side because it's just the way the photo was taken. He has more shadow over here. So I'm going to pick this side. And I'm going to follow along with the bridge of the nose. He's got kind of a big nose, so it's going to feel funny. And then his nostrils, and you want to get under the nose, like the tip of the nose. And if you can see their nostrils, definitely draw them in, trace right over top of them. You can also like add like a little line like that to show that that's like the other side of his nose, so it doesn't look like it's gone on forever. Just a little mark like that allows for the nose to have like a stopping point. Your eye automatically stops it right there. If at any point during this you need to check your picture, or you want to, slide a piece of computer paper underneath it, and then you can kind of see with like out the photo what's kind of going on. So even though The Rock is older and he has like 0% body fat, that means that he's gonna have like wrinkles on his face like this. Wrinkles age your person by a million years if you draw them on. I wouldn't draw them on unless you have a like actual old person. So even for like his smile lines, I'm only going to choose like the most predominant ones, because if I were to outline all of these wrinkles, he's going to look like he's 105 years old when he's really not. Okay? And same with the eyeballs. Unless it's like an actual old person, I'm just going to leave it alone. So for the mouth, if you're lucky, you have a closed mouth smile and you can just outline the lips. If you're somebody like The Rock, I need to outline the lips. And then so for the teeth, you want to avoid what I call skeleton teeth, where you just kind of do that. And instead you want to outline the gums of the teeth and like the bottom of the teeth. Okay, so they'll kind of look like this. So right here I can see that he's got some gums right there. And then I'm going to round it out so that it doesn't look so flat along his lip. And then this is just black because he's got a big smile. And you can kind of see the bottom of the teeth like this, but I'm not going to go all the way up with my little lines. You just want to suggest that that's where the bottom of the teeth are. Okay. Next, let's outline his head shape. If you have hair, you'll go around the hair. If you have like facial hair, you'll go around that. But I'm going to start just at the top of his head. Oops, my tape is right here. And you want to go right on the line. One thing people don't do is this line by the ear. You need to. You also need to do the chin. If you just have like his head and neck and no chin, he's going to look like a potato. So outline all of that. And then I might even just draw his neck in right here. Just because we're right there. You can see a little bit of his ear right here, so I'm going to outline that. If you can't see his ears, this part doesn't apply to you. But again, same with like the wrinkles. I'm not going to sit here and draw all of the folds in his ear, but I am going to just kind of pick out the main ones. Just so people still kind of know that it's like an ear. And again, flip it up, slide a piece of paper in, Sweet, we can start telling that it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. If you had hair or facial hair, what I would do is start by outlining the entire shape of it. And if the hair cuts through your face, I would outline that as well. And then if it was piecey, I'm going to try to go through and pick out like the chunks of hair that I can. Or you can just leave it blank. Up to you. So, I'm going to move on to his clothes now because I have that. If I had a girl who was like wearing jewelry, you can either opt out of drawing like the chains. You can try to draw it, totally up to you. If they had a patterned suit on, like plaid, you can either draw it or you can leave it blank. Like my tuxedo is blank here. So I'm just going to finish outlining. And then I can do his tie. Okay, and then once I slide this under, you can see that it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And that part is done. There is a collage video. It's for 6th grade collaging, but I'm going to attach it anyway. When you are collaging this, just glue it right onto your picture here. And you want to try to stay within the lines with your pieces of paper and your glue. Watch the collage video. It's just slightly different because the 6th graders are doing it on cardboard, where you're filling in a picture on a piece of paper. So just keep that in mind, that it's slightly different, but you'll get the gist of it. So once this is done, just watch that collage video, and then once you're done collaging, you can turn it in.